What's around, everyone? This is your full moon reading in Virgo. This is a reading about the next 2 weeks of your life and what you should protect. This is going to be an advice card, and these oracle cards want to holler. Okay, I'm going to be using the oracle of the 7 energies here. So they are ready to talk, to give you some advice. And this is a transition period, not only what's going on around us, but what's going on within us, you know? And it might be a fight, because right now there's a fight going on, you know, in the heavens and in the earth. And however you want to look at it, but let's just look at on the elemental level, the seasonal level of winter needing to go somewhere, okay? Go far away. And spring needs to come along. So right now the seasons are battling. It was wonderful 70 something degrees, and I live in a 4-season climate, okay, where we get tons of snow, known as the city who gets a lot of snow, the most snow, and everybody in New York State, right? So we just had a big storm, and then we was in the 70s, and today we're in the 70s, and it was nice and bright and sunny. And now it's windy, it's raining. I also seen worms. And I was like, wow. And this was before the 20th of March, which, you know, is considered the first day of spring. Also, it's considered a new beginning, a new year. Okay? Time to grow. I've seen the buds, you know, on the trees already. Of course, all the birds are popping out with their colored bellies. Okay, their bellies is just bright and colorful, and they just chirping along. So what is your life transitioning into? What's going on with your spiritual transition? What's going on with your business transition? What's going on with your love transition? Okay, what's going on with your family transition? What's going on with your personal transition? You know, this is an advice card for the full moon in Virgo on what to protect during this time. Enjoy. What's around, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants? How y'all doing out there? All right, this is a reading for the Venus full moon. And I'm going to be using oracle cards today as an advice card on what you need to protect during this full moon energy. Okay? So that is going to be a card for you. And I'm thinking it's going to be great for everybody, because one of my flowers just fell right into my camera lens area where I could pick it up. And I'm like, oh, and that's my blooming flower too. So I'm just thinking positively with these cards here that might be a good sign for me to pay attention to. So Aries, let's see what's in store for you. Aries, your card is the number 34, which is opening to discovery. What a beautiful card that is. So your job is basically to protect your, look at that, your environment. Not only your environment, but your mental space, your physical space, and your spiritual space has to be protected in order for you to be open to new ideas, new information, new discoveries. And if you let your mind, your body, spirit travel to other places that you know are detriment to you, or it's not feeding you any good information, even if it's, you know, watching a show or an episode of something, or anything that's just going to make you upset and fury and fear, you know, all those insecure, any of those things you want to stay far away from. All right, because you need to get the downloads. These stars are wonderful downloads for you, and that key there is to say you can unlock all these hidden potentials that you have, or all these ideas that you can manifest and make reality down here. But if you're being bombarded you know, spiritually, mentally, and physically with nonsense, you know, with mud, you're going to be too weighed down to receive higher information, you know, information that exceeds all of the lower realm, you know, fearful base, scared base type situation. So protect yourself in that situation for the next 14 days. And today and for the next 14 days, be open to receiving important information that may come from an unusual source. So, you know, don't go looking for it. Just be open to it because the universe wants to help you. But recognizing the way this aid will arrive depends on your willingness to shut out superior noise. All right? So just like, you know, if you have to tell it to shut up, if you have to tell it to be quiet, if you have to tell it to go in the next room and go to bed, but just shut it up. Shout it out and shut it up, okay? Hey, you, hey, what? Shut up, okay? I need to open myself to new discoveries, all right? So the boundaries is important, okay? So you might be, you know, a mom and you got, or a dad and you got kids, you know, or a caretaker, period. And it's always something. You know what I'm talking about. It's always something. Or you could just be a business owner, you know, any type of entrepreneur out there. That's your baby. Your business is your baby. There's always something, right? So that might be that thing that you have to shut down and say, hey, you know, at this point in time, I cannot be dealing with all your stuff because I got to be open to new discoveries that's out there for me and just for me to receive. Have a wonderful day and night and enjoy this full moon in Virgo, and comment below about what's going on in your experiences. And something's happening because you see how the incense just came right on your card. Holler at me. Have a wonderful day and night. What's around Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant? You got the number 12 card, which is bearing fruit, and this is your reading for the full moon in Virgo. So, what you bear, what you working on? What kind of fruit you bearing? So it's kind of like that question, like if you was a tree, a fruit tree, what kind of fruit would you bear? Let's pause for a moment and think about that. What kind of fruit would you bear if you were a fruit tree? Okay, some of y'all might have chose something sweet and sour, something bittersweet, you know, but that's you, right? Everybody's on their own journey. Everybody's on their own path, right? So for each its own. Now, your job is to protect your tree, protect your seed, protect your fruit. Just think about what gardeners do. You know, if you can't concept that, look it up. You know, YouTube about people who grow oranges or something in Florida, or people who whatever, you get what I'm talking about, apple trees, and see how what they have to do between the fertilization and making sure that the exchange of air versus carbon monoxide is coming out, and that they get all their nutrients and they get enough sunlight versus enough darkness. And you know, maybe a tree is bent over this side, so they kind of have some stakes to hold it up this way, and then every couple of hours they got to do this, right? So that will give you an idea if you can translate it into every aspect of your life. So that's your love life, your business, your personal, you know, careers, your family, friends, all of that, co-workers, partnerships, anything you can think of, relationships, is that you have to take care of what you're bearing right now. And some of y'all could be pregnant out there, Tauruses, but this is just a perfect card for Tauruses, period, because at this point, you know, you are in a powerful and fertile season, right? And matching with the season of spring, which you are spring, is very powerful to come after a roaring force like winter. Spring is right after that. Do you know how much power that has to be to come right after winter? I see a battle every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking out my window like we went from a snowstorm to beautiful weather to now rain. You know, so it's a battle going on. And with all this power comes great responsibility. So when you're particularly good at making things happen with very little effort, Hashtag Tauruses. Okay? Taurus be manifesting like a mug. Y'all don't be asking Taurus why they sleep so much. Leave them alone. Okay? I have a Taurus in my house. So I got to the point where I let them be. Literally let them be. And in the meantime, I'm also sitting and watching them manifest stuff as I let them be. Right. Let a Taurus be a Taurus. So things are coming to you from your career, like I said, to your personal relationships. Your influence is strong at this time. So if you don't like what your life is giving you or yielding to you or producing, prune and realign that tree. All right? Do whatever you got to do. And then when that happens, things will just start lighting up within you. Remember, you birth into the world that which you pay most attention to and consistently hold within as your truth. Be clear about what you intend. Can you make this commitment, Tauruses? Have a wonderful day and night during this full moon. Full moon in Virgo. What's around Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants? This is your full moon reading for the full moon in Virgo. All right, and like I told the others, full moon energy can last up to 2 weeks. So this is a reading about how to protect yourself during the next 2 weeks. So you got the number 3 card. That's your number anyway. 3 is a magic number. Oh, yes, it is. Right? Right. So you already got your number. So you on the frequency of a time machine here. Gemini, let's not talk about time. Okay? Please, let's not talk about time, because you know, as a Gemini, how we feel about time. So you got the time machine, which is very interesting. So we often, as people, period, rely on stories that we inherit from our ancestors, our family, our culture, the world around us, what's on TV, our neighborhoods, and it kind of constructs our map about our reality, right? If you just look around your neighborhood, you kind of judge yourself based on where you are, based on where you look at, based on the stories, based on the family that you was raised in, based on the income bracket your family was raised in, all of that stuff, based on the careers of your family, the lineage of it all. But as we develop new stories in your life, like your own personal life, you will build on those old foundations and you repair them. So most of y'all probably already heard of generational curses and things like that. This is telling you that you have the cahoots to change that, okay? You take what you need and you throw away what you don't need. Because some things that our grandmother said was good advice. Some things that our grandmother says is like, say what? What was she thinking about? Some things that our mama said, our daddy says, our favorite cousin, what we consider to be our wise aunt. But there might have been a time where that wise aunt said something and that was off to you. It was off to you. You know, that's all that matters. So you have a magical map with which you can navigate your current circumstances. So you can look in the past for answers. Geminis, we can bounce from past, present, and future at any given will. Any given will. Okay? Sometimes we here, sometimes we not. Give us a break. So, right, because we got to put things together. So in your situation, okay, during this next 2 weeks, here's the question. What can you learn from those who came before you? Right? So what traits can you copy in order to move through whatever challenges with wisdom? Right? Because some people, God had it. Like, everybody's life is not perfect, but it might be a snippet of their life that you're like, boom, they nailed it on the head. Let me use that, right? So you're just like going back in time, going into the present, going into the future, going back in time, going to the present, going into the future. Geminis, you're going to love this. But it's work, okay? Because yes, things can get very awkward and uncomfortable, you know, as old hurts are revealed and new solutions are attempted, you know, but the time is right for a change. And you see what's going on. It's a change in season. It's about to be a change in a whole other zodiac sign, you know? So why not you join into the party and use all that energy to change too? All right, so keep on going. Every step is important. Allies with rallies, but in the end, you are the one you've been searching for. I repeat that again. You are the one you've been searching for. Remember, you are the twins. You got like two people inside of you. What else do you need? What else do you need? All right. Have a good day and night. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. What's around, Cancers? This is your Sun, Moon, and Ascendant reading for Virgo. Full Moon. So this is your reading on how to protect yourself or what to protect during this full moon, which is going to last about 2 weeks of energy. So, into me I see, and this is a water card. This is a number 8 card for you. And honey, you done drunk some love juice or something, right? Now you're going to have people all up in your DMs talking about Cancers. What you doing over there to find? Where you find her at? Where you find him at? What is going on? Okay, so this is a mirroring situation. We just talked about Gemini, and you're about to experience a mirroring situation. Or if it hasn't happened, then look forward to that, okay? So at certain precious moments, you will be called into a deep and meaningful connection with the world or another person. It's like a magical affinity arises with the kind of intimacy that in turn encourages a greater understanding of yourself. So now is the time, Cancers, to take a risk by connecting with another. All right, comment below. You know we want to know. Can you see how far you've come? Can you see what is still active within you that needs to change or heal? You will discover more about you as you discover more about another. And that could be another person, place, or thing. Even if you cannot possibly know what's truly like to be in someone else's shoes, you can, listen and take notes, basically, right? This is how this magical gift is going to be offered to you, okay? It's through another person, place, or thing, right? So if it does get intimate relationships hold up as a mirror of truth and reveal more treasures than you might ever expect, Cancers. So if you can look into it, see into it, you're going to see yourself. Take a risk and see everything as beautiful, even in its imperfections. All right? Should I sing John Legend's All of Me loves all of you? You made me do it, Cancer. You're mine, right? Imagine how deep you can go. Don't have me singing, how deep is your, okay, Child, you need to put on some techno love music around here, Cancers. Have a wonderful day and night during this full moon in Virgo. And happy spring. What's around, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants? This is your reading for the full moon in Virgo. Take a deep breath, right? So fear is asking for your attention at this moment, right? And fear can screw up so many things, even down to not just your mind, and your spirit and all that, but physical, it can really screw you up. So it's time for you to heal, or there might be somebody in your life, all right, that's taking the position of fear. If you also see red flags, you might be headed toward genuine danger, perhaps repeating a lesson you don't need to learn again. So Gemini had time, when you go back in time, or when time repeats itself, like every year, spring is always at the same time. Oh, it's like anniversary, birthdays, those are all dealing with time. So are you dealing with something right now, or you dealing with someone else where you already been through this and done that, and what you have went through and done that before, you don't really want to do that no more, but you're ignoring the red flags. So you're going to have to take some time out to yourself, okay? I know it's been nice, Leo. I know the sun has been shining. You up there trying to resonate with the sun. You're up there talking to it and whatnot. And you want to be outside with your friends. And you want to be here. And you want to be there. And you want to be hair flipping everywhere. You know what? You can't do. This is a new moon. Full moon time. This is the perfect time for you to chill out because you are opposite the moon. The moon is opposite from you, from the sun. You know what I mean? That's why it's a full moon. It's opposite from the sun. So you're feeling this. So it's time for you to kind of take a deep breath, do some meditations or some deep breathing exercises or yoga or any type of Tai Chi, or it can even be changing your diet, just to be light within your body so you can be light within your mind. But you're able to change that. So today, choose love over fear. Even when you're dealing with somebody, choose love over fear. You'll be amazed at what happens, when you do that, okay? Once you let go and relax into your life, everything looks brighter and friendlier. And you're all about being bright and being friendly. All right, have a good day and night. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants for the full moon in Virgo. What's around Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Virgos? This tarot reading is for the full moon that happened in your sign. And this full moon is considered a worm moon, because worms are coming out of the ground. It's also called sap moon, depending on where you are. I know up here we make maple syrup, so it's ready for sap time. Things are starting to flow and move and wiggle, and this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to flow and move and wiggle through this broken open. So in your situation in your life, when you see or when you're going through the value of loss, grief, a broken heart, remind me of Brandy and Moye, broken hearted. Life's not over, right? Right. So, yet, it's not the pain or loss itself that must be the focus of your attention here, which you're probably doing. It's not even the story. It's about the details surrounding what has brought you to your knees is as important as the results from whatever you done went through. Can you see that whatever situation has broken you wide open, enabling you to have an even greater capacity for love? You see that? Even greater capacity for compassion, even greater capacity for empathy and understanding. You cannot be the same person as before. The only way is to what? Move and wiggle through it without resistance or manipulation, without any attempts to bargain and gain with unforeseen forces, because none of them are going to help you in this situation, okay? This is all about you. One person in there, right, in this picture. If you do fall prey to some kind of self-absorption or like, woe is me, pity is me, it will just make it harder to get to the next phase, leading to relief. So the grass is actually greener on the other side. There will be relief, but you have to work through it. You got to wiggle and move through it. Yet even if you are prolonged, like you're like dragging your feet, you will get there eventually. The gift is in accepting who you've become as a consequence of the situation, however difficult it is. Allowing yourself to be more than what you were before. This wisdom comes at a high price, Virgo, but you got it. Come on, Virgo. You are high price, high value, so this is in your lane. But the value of your experience of moving through and to the other side where the greener grass is unsurpassed. Love the you that is the result of being broken open by life challenges and lessons. So change the narrative, all right? Whatever you're going through is actually helping you out if you take time to look at how it's making you stronger and wiser, right? Have a good day and night, Sun, Moon, Ascendant Virgos, for this full moon in Virgo. What's around Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants? The Sun came out for you. So, close encounters. And we got the butterflies flying around in that cage in there, right? That's you on the outside, Libra. And that's the other person trying to get you in that cage, Libra. What's going on around this time? All right, so somebody needs to stop fluttering around. That's what's happening. You need to land somewhere, Libra. Air, I get it, right? That's what, air signs do all the time. We be moving all over the place. If it's not our mouth, it's our body. If it's not our body, it's our mind, okay? So we all over the place. So this is a time for you to connect, all right? And that connection that asks for you to be vulnerable and authentic. Let go of any social masks. We got a lot of them, right? The IG mask, the Facebook mask, the YouTube mask, the Twitter mask. Right, get rid of all those or constructs, any kind of shield you had put up, barriers about yourself apart from others, right? Lower your shields, bring down the sword, bring down the shield, and allow yourself to step into a dance of intimacy. Okay, get in that cage, girl, and dance, all right? It's open, you can leave at any time. You can leave at any time. It's just a playful fun, right? So when you become close to people or a person, you remind yourself that you are not alone. You're a part of a beautiful, meaningful bond. At a deep spiritual level, there are so many lessons offered to you in the closeness. And you know this, Libra, because you're air sign. All right, we are the social zodiac signs. At a social level, intimate relationships help you ignite the spark of life that is the power of affinity. You flourish as a result of offering emotional honesty, a true desire for equality. Libra, this is you. Love, friendship, and laughter. Come on, you know we like to laugh all day. All day. Put us on our back porch any day with some music and we good, right? All right. But even though we do need our alone time and we do need our hermit mode time, and we went through, the winter season where I'm at, and the winter season for others in other countries, it was going through a summer season where it's really hot. But in both extreme weathers, shelter, okay, is important. Sometimes going inside where everybody's outside is important, but you're a Libra. So sometimes, even though you are wounded and, you build walls like everybody else around yourself so you don't get hurt again, right? That's a natural reaction. But now is not the time. Tear down the wall, okay? It's time to be honest about yours, okay? And step out from behind that barrier or from on top of that cage. Get down from there. Opportunity is in front of you, okay? It's a beautiful opportunity to allow you to be vulnerable, to be your strength. Your vulnerability is going to be your strength as you choose to live in integrity. Even in your work-life balance, you can use this kind of connection and truly be present. When you live this way, everything and everyone around you thrive. You have no need to defend yourself when you're being true to yourself. Empowered by your raw openness, come on, Libra, and willingness to be seen, come on, Libra. In this way, your close encounters will not fail you. There is much to celebrate when you stand eye to eye, shoulder to shoulder, heart to heart. You better comment below, Libra. Have a good day and night during this Virgo full moon. What's around Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant? This is your reading for the Virgo full moon, okay? This is also known as a worm moon, because the worms are wiggling through. And I did see a worm, right? And then also a sat moon. And that's, especially where I live, it's time to start getting out the syrup, right? So look at you, number 16, the royal you. So basically, you gotta have personal sovereignty in your life. You're a Scorpio, so I think I'm not telling you nothing. I'm just reminding you what I'm about to say, okay? It's about how you hold onto your inner sense of worth and integrity. you're going to be like, or what you should protect is secure your beliefs that you have. What's your unique purpose? Secure that. It's about feeling comfortable, okay, in your own skin, knowing who you are, and nothing outside you can challenge your authenticity, right? Come on, so I'm just preaching to the choir. You are the ruler of your mind, and you're being invited now to consider what disciplines you need to apply to your thoughts, all right? Get out your emotions right now, okay? We're talking about thoughts. Are they consistent with your value and beauty? Think about that. Are your thoughts consistent with your value and beauty? All right? Are you looking at the beauty in your life? Are you recognizing the beauty in your life? It's important now to keep your focus on what is right and good for you as well as others, okay? So you got to protect that right during the full moon phases that we're going through for the next 2 weeks. Challenges in your life at this time, no matter how large or how small, must be met with a measured response. If life sends you a challenge, you can speak up and set your boundaries with grace and surety. Calm, intelligent leadership is called for you right now. Sovereign knows when to plan their battles, right? So choose them wisely. So stay out of unnecessary mess, okay? Because that's going to lessen your personal power. Now is the time to lead from the heart after you done dealt with your mind. Okay? Hold your head up high, Scorpios, and know you are worth it. That is the mark of true sovereignty, knowing your value. Have a wonderful day and night. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. What's around Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendants? This is your reading for the Virgo full moon. So this is a advice card about what you need to protect. So you need to protect your oracle gifts. I'll say that again. You need to protect your oracle gifts, Sagittarius. So when you usually ask for a sign from the universe, you are people essentially asking for divine guidance that we believe needs to come from something outside of us, from some type of higher source. This is because, Sagittarius, you don't always trust your intuition or ability to read in between the lines and see beyond time and space, but you're already gifted in doing this. But so you might be asking for a sign or looking for some type of mystical, thing to happen. However, an oracle simply provides an answer that is already inside. Okay? So if you're looking for an answer, this is a good time, since it's a full moon, to kind of chill out. It's a waning moon. So chill out. Take that time to yourself to look inside to answer, because you got the oracle gift. Oracle signs show up in different ways. Sometimes you see a billboard, or you hear a song on the radio, or if you have it on random, where it just randomly pop up songs, something might pop up that triggers you, or like here, I'm just pulling a card, tarot card, and you get the exact message you need to support your choices or show you the way forward. So pay attention to those signs. Don't just look at them as, that's just coincidence. So regardless of how the signs appear, an oracle is a reminder that you are part of this vast universe. You, Saggies, are witnessed by the great mystery and loved and cared for, okay? Just the whole concept of living, right? It's a reminder that life is magical and you are magical. So today and for the next 14 days, you're going to protect yourself by trusting in your own capacity to know what is right and what is not right, to tune into a source within you, and also be able to read the signs that are reflecting off of things, okay? Let this oracle give you within yourself a gift of knowing, okay? Trust your intuition. And you might even want to keep repeating something like, the light is within me, or the oracle is within me, right? The magic is inside you. The magic is inside me. The magic is all around us, you know? Right, so whatever you have to say to yourself, that's what you're going to be doing to protect your space, to protect your spirit, to protect your mind, protect your body during this new season transfer, right? We're going in from winter to spring. We're going to something dead to something alive. So it's a very important time for you, Saggy. So make sure you carve out some time for yourself so you can go within and listen to the oracle within you. Have a good day and night, Saggy, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants during this full moon and Virgo. What's around Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants? This is your reading for the Virgo full moon. And this is also known as a full worm moon or a sap moon. So, but things are moving, right? Things are flowing. So this here is Tender Embrace, number 22 card. And we know that elephants is just these big, massive creatures, but they're vegan and they're sensitive to each other. Like they could just knock each other over, kick the babies around like it's a football. You know what I'm talking about? Step over there. You ever watch a show? You know, the baby is just as big as the mom foot. And then they all in herds and they go in. You got all these little bitty babies, but them babies don't get trampled on. The men don't trample on them. Females don't trample on them, and there's some form of tenderness, some type of compassion, sensitivity, and kindness, or even empathy for the mom who just had their baby. You know, why would I go knock their baby over and the baby just learned how to walk, but I'm trying to get to the water hole faster than the baby? You know what I mean? Elephants don't be doing that. All right, so here we go. Put your hand on your heart, Cappies. All right, right now. Got it? Good. All right, now take a deep breath. Inhaling in a sense of gratitude and then exhaling a sense of thank you, right? Whatever that feels like. Now, how does that feel to you? And if you keep doing that over and over again, just inhaling in a sense of gratitude and just releasing a sense of thank you, like, wow, thank you. You know what I mean? Have some kind of compassion towards your emotions and others. Be more tender and sensitive to other people and what they're going through, right? Now is the time to reduce that pain and focus on those areas that you need to put compassion more into your life. Even looking at a stranger in the eye and smiling can make a world of a difference. I mean, for the past 2 years, the world has been wearing masks. You know, I wonder if they was wearing masks in space during this season. I gotta look. Somebody, if they didn't know that, let me know. I just wonder. But anyway, so this is a time that you need to be eye to eye with people, heart to heart with people. You know, hugs if you haven't hugged somebody in a while. Maybe this is a good time to hug somebody. The question that you want to ask for the next 2 weeks is, where do I need to be kinder and gentler in my life? How can I serve, and in what capacity can I be aligned with the solution to the suffering world, or to the suffering community, or to the suffering neighbor, or to your household? Somebody might be in your household. Somebody might be at a next cubicle next to you. You don't really talk to that person, but you kind of know what's going on in their life. Maybe a Hallmark card. You know, you never did that, but hey, put yourself in that person's shoes. You know, this is the time to do that. If you spend all your time in service to others, it's easy to forget about your own needs. When you accept yourself, you can bring more loving energy to others. So today, make commitment to practice self-compassion first, because you have to have it within yourself in order to dish it out. So try to be more easy and gentler. Forgive yourself. Give yourself a hug. You know how they teach you to do that in kindergarten? Hug yourself. You know, that might trigger something. So release yourself from any burdens of imperfection. Release yourself about any burdens of financial situations, all of that. Allow yourself the grace just to be human. And it's been nice days, you know, over here without, if you want to just cut out all the world drama and just look at the weather and everything. It's been really nice days. So go ahead, get in the sunlight, feel good about yourself. It's not all about the job, you know what I mean? Getting things done, you know, just cold and rigid. You know, use some of that warmness and watch the miracle arise. Have a wonderful day and night, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants for this Virgo full moon. What's around Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Aquarius? This is your full moon reading in Virgo that happened right now. The moon is in Libra, but this is for the full moon energy, also called a earthworm moon or a sap moon, which just basically means things are moving, defrosting, thawing out, all that stuff. So at this point, grateful. Great and full, okay? Good words, breaking up the word. You know y'all can do that. All right, so before you can begin to understand the process of manifesting your desires, you need to practice deep gratitude and the willingness to share that with others. And this shouldn't be a problem with you because Aquarius runs the universe. You know what I mean? It's that universal love. So maybe you're feeling or you're doubting yourself or self-doubting yourself in just your natural gifts. This is the true nature of prosperity and the true nature of Aquarius. It's not about the things you accumulate at all. It's about how you feel. Okay? So you are invited, Aquarius, to surrender to an important truth. There is always enough for you. There is always enough for you. You're an Aquarius, okay? Your unique self. There is enough time to do the things you need and desire to do. Okay, I'll say that again. Because, you know, sometimes air signs have to struggle with that. There is enough time, Aquarius, to do the things that you need to do, okay? So, enough opportunities to express your talents and connect to your purpose. And enough magic, of course, circulating all throughout it. So begin your day immersed in gratitude. I'm grateful for just waking up. I'm grateful for my roof over my head. I'm grateful for my animal, my pet. I'm grateful for the clothes on my back. I'm grateful for this Starbucks coffee that I waited 10 minutes in line for, okay? But just be grateful for everything you have and everything that you can't see yet. The unmanifested, which begins with every breath you take, okay? So it starts there before it can start accumulating, okay? So know that you are enough and that all your needs are being fulfilled. Even if you doubt this in some moments in your life, just go back and remind yourself, I am grateful, I am great, and I am fulfilled, right? Have a good day and night, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, Aquarius. What's around Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Pisces? This reason is for you for the new moon, full moon in Virgo. So, and we're in a cusp right now between Pisces and Aries. I think we are probably at like 29. We got to be between degrees because tomorrow is Aries, right? So we're there. So your season is almost over, but your energy is going to be lingering for, till next week sometime. And then this full moon energy is also going to be lasting for 2 weeks. So this is about how to protect yourself during this full moon energy. So you got to let it go, right? You can't hold back anymore, okay? Or Erica said, bag lady, bag man, you gonna hurt your back carrying all them bags like that, right? So drop everything. It's time to release, and this is a perfect time because it is a full moon. It's a waning moon, so it's a good time to release. Take them showers, take them baths, release all that baggage. Some days you have to let go of your struggles to find an answer, okay? Because if you keep focused on other things, you're not going to be able to get to your answer, or if you get to your answer, it's going to take longer because you're being distracted. This doesn't mean giving up altogether or losing anything. Remember that in a co-creative partnership with divine energy, it's a give and take energy, okay? It's just not you just sit back and do nothing and think things are going to happen. You do your part by setting your intentions and taking any necessary actions, but you must then surrender the form, the timing, and the how to your higher power. Just surrender it, right? Once you get that intention, everything else, don't worry about it, okay? There is a divine plan for you and for each of us. but this card is for you. When acting on your faith, on your intuition, you may find that your intense desires for something translate into a feeling of attachment and entitlement. Right now, can you immerse yourself in this experience and allow the divine plan to unfold as it is on your behalf without interference? That means you set the intention, you let it go, right? Sometimes if you're messing around with things too much, it breaks. It's kind of like when you learn how to garden, or plant. You might overwater or underwater based out of fear and care. That's all it is. So let it go. I've seen people who plant, they don't go out there. They probably prune and pick out weeds every so often, and they be having food all the way in the middle of, into winter. So they leave it alone. They do what they do, set the intention, and they out, right? So that's what you do, right? You do what you can do and let the universe handle the rest, all right? Let it unfold. And you're a Pisces, so trust in the universe. I think you do that best between all the dreams and stuff that you can come out with. But be open to receiving what is yours, even if it's not packaged the way you think it's going to be packaged. You know what I mean? Just like you want to meet the love of your life, or you want to meet that soulmate or that twin flame, right? And that twin flame, she's right in front of you, but she's not packaged right. You know what I mean? But then you get to talk until you ignored her, but some way the universe made her fall over you or something like that. Y'all had to exchange information, and just by exchanging information, you had to get license plate number, registration. Y'all sparking up conversation, and y'all listen to the same music in the car, and you're doing all this other kind of stuff. But at first, she wasn't even your package. She wasn't even your type, just by the way, or he wasn't even your type, just by the way you was looking at it, But then when you got to know it, you was open to it. You didn't have no, what do you call those things? Where you set up things, I can't remember right now. But you like preconceived ideas about what this person is all about, blah, 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 blah. I'm just going to go about my way, not knowing that's the person right there for you. So definitely set the intentions and let it go. Don't hold on to them so tight where, there's no room for the universe to do what it do. So surrender truly will serve your highest good. Knowing this truth in your heart, can that really be so difficult, right? So once you know your truth, once you know your intention is in your heart and you are a magical Pisces, let it go. Don't stress over it. Go on. Move on to the next thing. All right. Have a good day and night. Sun, Moon, Ascendants, Pisces for this full moon in Virgo reading.